Hello friends, we have almost covered all the numerical answer type problems from thermodynamics and power plant, IC engine and fluid mechanics. So now we will be focusing on machine design, and this problem which you are seeing on the screen is from machine design. So the question is, in a disc type axial clutch, the friction contact takes place within an annular region with outer and inner diameters 250 mm and 50 mm respectively. An axial force F1 is needed to transmit a torque by a new clutch. Okay. However, to transmit the same torque, the to transmit the same torque, one needs an axial force F2 when the clutch wears out. If contact pressure remains uniform during operation of a new clutch, while the wear is assumed to be uniform for an old clutch, and the coefficient of friction does not change, then the ratio F1 to F2 is okay. We are given to us that the friction coefficient of friction does not change and the transmitting torque is same, and in new clutches contact pressure remains uniform, and in uh, new in old clutches the wear is assumed to be uniform. Okay, now as we know that in this type axial clutch the friction force will be there. Okay, because frictional contact surfaces are there, so friction force will be there. And as we know that torque can be written as force into radius of rotation. Okay, this is radius of radius of rotation. Okay, and we are talking of disc type axial clutch, so this will be friction force. Okay, this will be friction force. So finally friction force will be equal to mu into F. Okay, and R effective, this is the effective radius in case of clutch. So friction force can be written as mu into F. Mu is coefficient of friction and for F is force, and this is effective radius. So this is the torque, mu F into R effective radius, effective radius. And in new clutches this will be equal to 2 by 3 r naught cube minus r I cube upon r naught square minus ri square. Okay, this is the effective radius in case of new clutch, new clutches. Okay, so in the question it is given that coefficient of friction is same and torque is same, so R effective will be universally proportional to F. Okay, so if we talk of new clutch, so for new clutches force F1 is inversely proportional to effective radius. Okay, R effective for new clutch, say it is R effective 1. So this is our equation first. Now I will talk of old clutch, or you can say wear wear out clutch. So for wear out clutch, torque is equal to mu f r effective. This will be same, but the difference is of effective radius. In all clutches, effective radius is r naught plus r I divided by 2. Okay, finally the same will be here. F2 force will be inversely proportional to R effective, and say it is 2. So this is our equation 2, and we have to calculate the ratio F1 to F2. Okay, so F1 upon F2, F1 upon F2 will be equal to, F1 is 1 upon R effective 1 and F2 is 1 upon R effective 2, so it will be equal to R effective 2 upon R effective 1. Okay, so writing R effective 2 is R naught plus Ri divided by 2 upon R effective 1 is, we have already written it, it is 2 by 3 R naught cube minus Ri cube upon R naught square minus Ri square. So writing 2 by 3 R naught cube minus Ri cube upon R naught square minus Ri square. Okay, now putting all values, it is our outer radius which is given in the question. It is R naught is 125 mm and Ri is 25 mm. Okay, so putting value of R naught and Ri, this is 125 plus 25 divided by 2 upon 2 by 3, 125 cube minus 25 cube upon 125 square minus 25 square. So when we will calculate, this value will be equal to 75 upon this will be equal to 75, and this will be equal to 1, it will be equal to 86.1106. okay, so finally it will be equal to 0.87. so we have calculated ratio F1 to F2 is 0.87. so this is the our answer, and the GATE has given answer of this question as 0.852 to 0.89. okay, so our answer is a correct answer. Thank you very much.